What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into today's video guys, excuse me, we are 11 subs away from 200. We are drawing so close to the goal of 200 subs. I know we can do it guys, 200 subs before the summer ends. And as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 200 subs, I'm opening up this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes, excuse me, to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero Air Neos, the so-called forbidden Yu-Gi-Oh card. Is it really forbidden? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Now, if this channel gets to 500 subs, I'm gonna open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it, on the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia. The possibilities are out there, guys. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I'm opening up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever Collector's Rare, because it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a Collector's Rare, because I also pulled this. A first edition Genesis Impact Collector's Rare Beat Cop from the Underworld. Not gonna lie, the camera actually does it justice a little bit, but you can easily tell how gorgeous this card really is. So I am planning on getting this graded at some point. I don't really know when though, but I am going to get it graded somehow, someday, one of these days, it's going to get graded, and it might come back as a 10. So if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys have not done so already, and you guys are new to the channel, because I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. Now for this, and also too guys, I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: what archetype do you guys want to see, as I move my chair, what archetype do you guys want to see get new support in the new upcoming core set, Phantom Nightmare? Let me know down in the comments below, because for this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, I'm going to be talking about Phantom Nightmare and what we could possibly see in this set. Now as far as the OCG release date, I can tell you that it will be released on October 28th of this year, so right around the time of Halloween, which is actually kind of funny, I will admit. So let's think about that for a second. Phantom Nightmare. So one thing that we can potentially expect to see, in my opinion, I feel like there are so many different Halloween-based archetypes that we could potentially see. Ghost Tricks could definitely be one of them. Even though Ghost Tricks back in the day, they were actually pretty good. In fact, I think they got a couple of tops, a couple of YCS tops, if I remember correctly. We could also see we can even also see some new Phantom Knight support, which is a possibility, given the name Phantom Nightmare, which is possible. It's very possible. But again, aside from those two, I think one of the main archetypes that I would love to see get new support and it might be a bit of a stretch, would have to be the gimmick puppets. And the reason why I think the gimmick puppets should get new support, it's pretty simple. You look at the cards that we have in that archetype. We got cards like Egghead, we got cards like Nightmare, cards like Twilight Joker, cards like Dreary Doll, just to name a few. They're all like Halloween based. And if you really think about it, I mean, Phantom Nightmare might have the potential to make its way into a set like Phantom Nightmare. But then again, we might not even get any more Phantom support at all for a while, because the last time we got Phantom Knight support, I think, what was it, one of the legendary duelist sets? Was it Immortal Destiny about a couple of years ago? I mean, to be fair, it has been quite some time since we've had support for gimmick puppets. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did get some new support for them. But again, gimmick puppets, Ghost Tricks, what else? As I said, Phantom Knights could be one. I would say Dark World, but the problem is that we just got new support for them in the Dark World structure deck, so that one's a bit of a stretch. We would have to wait about another year or so to get the new support. But I must admit, I will admit, this set, excuse me, has the potential to help shape the meta, because even if we did get new support for those three archetypes, for the PKs, for the gimmick puppets, for the Ghost Tricks, there are other Halloween based archetypes that could potentially get new support. I think maybe Monarchs? Maybe no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe Destiny Hero? Potentially. I mean, to be fair, Destiny Heroes do have the potential to get new support, but I think this is definitely going to be a Halloween base, so we might end up just seeing like we may end up seeing support for those three archetypes. But as far as like what the new archetypes that I want to see a new archetype that's based off of something that's based off of based off of what's that one anime that I saw? I can't think of it. ReZero, I think. ReZero starting life in another world. I actually want to see an archetype that's based off of that, because when you think about it, even though ReZero is an isekai anime, technically it's also a horror anime if you really think about it. So I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. But let's be real here. Let's be real, guys. Knowing Konami, they might release an archetype based off of some anime that no one's ever heard of. We've seen, they've done that to us before. So I wouldn't get past Konami if they did that. But yeah, can't even speak. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did make an archetype based off of ReZero, or off of an archetype that we've seen already, like Demon Slayer or whatever. That would be pretty cool, because technically Demon Slayer is a Halloween-based anime, to be fair. So that would be pretty cool. But again, the three main archetypes that I want to see get new support: PKs, Ghost Trick, Phantom, and gimmick puppets, because I think those are the three that have the potential to to help shape the meta, but it all depends on what kind of support they get. If they get a good, if PKs were to get a good Link monster that wasn't as bad as Rusty Bardiche, that I truly believe that PKs might help, that they might help change, not change the meta, but shape the meta a little, shake the meta a little bit on a YCS level. World, Nationals, Worlds, that's a bit of a stretch. That right there is a bit of a stretch. And another thing too that also caught my eye is the fact that you look at Duel's Nexus, right? Duel's Nexus is actually based off of the new 5D support that we recently got. That we got for that set. You look at Age of Overlord, that's gonna be coming out pretty soon. I'm not sure how soon. Things like in what, maybe another couple months, I think, or something like that. You look at that set. Age of Overlord has some pendulum support as well. So we might see something something spectacular out of Phantom Nightmare. But when you really think about it, it also comes down to what the Starlight Rare reprint is going to be. Now, thinking about the fact that Ghost Tricks could be in here, PKs could be in here, Gimmick Puppets could be in here. One thing that we could potentially see, if we did get new support for PKs, and that was like the main focus, then Break Sword might be one card that we could potentially see get reprinted as a Starlight, which honestly that would be pretty cool. But I think Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon might also be the Starlight reprint. But if you really think about it, Dark Rebellion actually has had a quote unquote Starlight reprint, and I'll showcase that to you guys here in a second if I can find it. I actually have it in a batch of cards. Here we are. I have it in a batch of cards that I'm planning to get graded, but this is actually one of them. This is out of the 2015 collector tins that I did an opening on a long time ago. But this is it. This is actually the platinum. This is what's known as the Platinum Secret Rare. It kind of looks similar to a Starlight Rare, so it's possible we could see something similar to this for Dark Rebellion. It's possible, but I wouldn't get past it. But I will admit it'll be interesting, because when you think about, if you really think about it, it's possible. I mean, given the name Phantom Nightmare, what's the main thing that you think about when you see the name Phantom Nightmare? The answer? Phantom Knights. I'm not gonna move past Konami to say that they might not get print new cards for the archetype, but again, it's hard to say. We don't know much about this set, but one thing that we can expect is to see new support cards for dark-based decks. We don't know. The problem is, we just don't know. We don't know anything. But again, as I said, the three that I want to see get new support: PKs, Ghost Trick, and Gimmick Puppets. What's another dark-based archetype? Aside from Dark World, I think, what's the other one? maybe Umbral Horrors. I mean, that is another archetype that we could potentially see. We haven't had any support for them at all, so maybe, I don't know. I haven't really thought on that one yet, actually. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But I will say this. Whatever the new cards are gonna be, I will be talking about them on the channel. Once we get the first new batch of cards, I am definitely going to be talking about them on the channel. But to close out this video, I will say this. If we get new support for those 4 archetypes that I mentioned, Umbral Horrors, PK, Ghost Trick, and Gimmick Puppet, that would be pretty cool. But even if we don't, it wouldn't really matter to me what archetypes get new support. I think this might probably go down as not one of the most mediocre, but one of the most mid-tier, if you will, sets in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. I think the number 1 mid-tier set would be what? Return of the Duelist, maybe? That's a what? 2010, 2011 set? That's a long time. That's a long-ass time. But again, guys, that brings me back to the question of the day. What archetypes do you guys want to see get new support in Phantom Nightmare? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.